حياة الملاكم عادة ما تكونش ملكه، بل هي ملك الجماهير اللي تحبه وتجي الماتشوات وتشجعه. وكل بنية يضربها ولا ياكلها على قد ما تزيد في المنافسة، تزيد زادة في الوجايع وفي الرغبة في الفوز. لكن مع كل ماتش تكبر إمكانيات الإصابات، ومع كل إصابة تضعف قدرة البوكسور على المنافسة والاستمرار في العطاء بنفس المستوى. وخلال مباراته ضد هيرنز واللي تواصلت ل 14 جولة، صحيح ليونارد ربح، لكنه قبل ضرب كبير في وجهه وخاصة على عينيه. واللي زاد في تعقيد إصابة ليونار إنه ما فاقش بها على بكري، بل إنه واصل الإطاحة بالمنافسين. ونهار 15 فبراير 82 حافظ ليونار على اللقب العالمي متاعه بعد ما ربح بروس فينش بالكاو في 3 جولات.
Mills Lane with the instructions. Mills has done any number of championship fights, including 2 Larry Holmes fights, including the great one against Kenny Norton. There is the tail of the tape for you to observe. According to the promoters, Finch's record 33-1. The bell for action in round 1. Scoring on a 10-point must system. Referee has no voice in the scoring. The 3 judges, Herb Santos, Sabrino, Dwayne Ford of Las Vegas, and Henry Ellis Puru of Sacramento, California. They'll be doing the scoring. Taking it very easy in the early going. 1 right by Finch got in. Minute into round 1. Fighters have had 4 common opponents. 3 of them have knocked out Finch. Sugar Ray Leonard has knocked out all 3 of them. Each enjoyed a decision over Rafael Rodriguez. Minute and a half into this, the first round. Ray appears to be in superb shape at that 146 pounds. Right now, Finch has him missing. Sugar Ray hardly opening up at this point. Crowd yelled as Finch tried to bore right into the midsection. The blow picked off by Ray's left glove, as the most recent one was. Finch picked off the left by Leonard. If Leonard problem as a fighter, in my view. It's the fact that he's been doing too many other things. He's become an almost redundant figure on television in many guises. We approach the end of round one. Ringside, Reno, Nevada, round two underway. First round, Leonard doing nothing. Finch got in one butt to the top of Leonard's forehead, and Finch, whatever scoring was done, scored. Good counter right by Bruce Finch. Of course, an outlandish favorite. Leonard has a tendency, although for reasons not clear, not to show well against fighters not really in his class. A good evidence, Larry Bunn, in that bout up in Syracuse. Finch thus far the aggressor. Crowd goes wild as they view Finch as a potential miracle worker.
Come on, you
What they've got to understand is that Leonard is a class fighter. That he has fought the best. Hearns, Benitez. And basically, Finch has been a club fighter, fighting nobody. Up, there you see it. One strong right and backwind Finch, and now Leonard's opening up, and there it is. That's a class fighter against a club fighter. A terrible mismatch. The fight goes on. The first knockdown in the second round. From nowhere, Leonard opened up. And look at this. Horrible exhibition. Mills Lane over to the neutral corner with Leonard. And we still have 25 seconds left in the second round. 2 knockdowns. The 3 knockdown rule is waived. This is a championship fight, and this should end. He may survive this round, but look at this. Disgraceful. Let's look at that first knockdown in slow motion. Watch Sugar Ray. There's a left, but it was the right that put him down. And Finch was ready to go right then. An overhead angle, you'll see it very clearly. Finch with a left, and his left is down. Leonard taking immediate advantage of Finch, and so Finch went down. There are 2 gentlemen who saw Johnson demolish Jeffries in 1910. At least that was part of a fight. This one won't be. The bell for round 3. 2 knockdowns by Leonard of Finch in the second round. From nowhere, Finch had been the aggressor. And then, suddenly, from against the ropes, Leonard opened up, and Finch never saw the blows coming. It began with a right that sent him halfway across the ring. Then knockdown 1, knockdown 2. There was a quick right by Leonard, and Finch is ready to go again. Leonard will get $1.5 million for this. Finch $100,000. cautioning note to Leonard comes from Dundee. Watch the fight ahead because Finch butts. Careful. The saw Finch's head against Leonard's forehead. A quick right lead and another chopping right and another. And you've seen the wobbling legs and down goes Finch. It's the third knockdown of the fight. And Mills leads. Leonard keeps going to his own corner instead of the neutral corner. It's time to end this. That's it. Mills Lane did it right. Disgraceful mismatch does nothing to benefit boxing, does nothing to benefit.
And in fact, he got a couple of extra seconds on that knockdown simply because Sugar Ray did not go to the farthest neutral corner. So Sugar Ray Leonard is the winner by a technical knockout here in the third round, and it was very impressive regardless of the competition. Sugar Ray Leonard is just getting better with every fight. It's just that simple. Let's take another look at the end of the fight. That left hand just buckled the knees, and you can see, look at the knees of Bruce Finch. He just had nothing left at that point, and almost any other punch would have put him down. In fact, Ray did not really hit him with a solid punch after that left hook buckled the knees. Let's take another look at it. Watch the left hook. The right hand set him up, and the left hand brought him back. You didn't quite see it because it was behind you, and you can see the dance that Bruce Finch is doing at that time. He was out at that juncture. Interesting shot here. This is from up in the rafters of Centennial Coliseum. It was the right hand really that did do most damage, not so much the left, but there is the left, and that was the final punch. Sugar Ray taking a step back from it and really just waiting for Bruce Finch to fall. The legs are the first to go, and they went on Bruce Finch, and after that, it was merely a question of how long it took the challenger to fall down. Sugar Ray did not really hit him with a solid punch after that. It was the right hand that set him up, a left hand coming back behind it. And you can see Sugar Ray Leonard, if he's going to be on television, he's going to look good, folks. So he retains his undisputed possession of the welterweight title. And right now, let's go up to Jimmy Lennon for the official decision. Jimmy?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of the knockout. 1 minute and 50 seconds in round number 3. Referee in charge, Mills Lane, stopping the bout. The winner by way of knockout, remaining the undisputed welterweight boxing champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And really, there was never a question about it, almost from midway through the first round.
وخلال تحضيره للمقابلة الموالية اللي كانت باش تجمعه مع روجي ستاتفورد نهار 14 مايو 1982، اكتشف شوغر راي انه عنده مشاكل في البصر، وخلال التدريبات لقى صعوبة في رؤية المدرب وفي تفادي لكماته. واكتشف ليونار بعد الكشف الطبي انه مصاب بانفصال في شبكية العين اليمنى. الإصابة هذه ما تهددش فقط الكارير متاع شوغر راي، لكن تهدد أيضاً قدراته البصرية. الحكاية كانت صعيبة على ليونار، لأنه في الوقت اللي الناس كانت تستنى فيه باش يعلن موعد مباراته القادمة وشكون الملاكم اللي باش يحقق من خلاله أرقام قياسية جديدة، أعلن ليونار نهار 9 نوفمبر 82 عن قراره باعتزال الملاكمة، مش فقط بسبب الإصابة لكن أيضا بسبب فقدانه لنكهة اللعب. وباش يكون إعلانه الاعتزال في قيمة الحدث نظم ليونار حفل خيري استدعى فيه أكبر البوكسرات من محمد علي كلاي لمارفين أغلير وغيرهم من نجوم البوكس. وكانت فعلا لحظات مؤثرة جدا في مسيرة بوكسور يبدو أنه فات قبل ما تبدأ. النهار هذا كان بالنسبة لمحبي البوكس نهار صعيب برشا. كيفاش الملاكم اللي حبوه في رياضة سيطروا عليها لسنوات أصحاب الوزن الثقيل باش يغادر الرينج بكل سهولة. وعلى قد ما كان حزنهم كبير نهار 9 نوفمبر 1982 على قد ما كانت فرحتهم أكبر في ديسمبر 83 وقت اللي أعلن ليونار أنه قرر باش يرجع يلبس الجواندوات ويرجع لممارسة رياضته المفضلة القضاء على المنافسين فوق الرينج. والموعد الأول للعودة كان مبرمج لنهار 25 فيفري 1984 لكنه تأجل مجددا بسبب عملية جراحية جديدة أجراها ليونار على عينه اليمين. وبعد العملية وأيامات الراحة رجع شوغر راي بعزيمة كبيرة ورغبة أكبر في تعويض غياب العامين اللي بعد فيهم على المنافسة. تمارين قاسية ليل ونهار ومنافس جديد قاعد يحضر في روحه وملايين المعجبين يستناوا في نجمهم المفضل. وكان الموعد المنتظر نهار 11 ماي 1984 في وورسستر وقدام الآلاف من المعجبين والراغبين في معرفة مدى استعداد ليونار للعودة. وقف شوغر راي قدام منافسه جديد البطل كيفن هوارد زعما يلقى ليونار الفورمة المعتادة بعد أشهر طويلة من الراحة والابتعاد عن الرينج. وهل أنه حالة عينيه مش باش تكون سبب في تقييده على الرينج؟ التفاصيل نشوفوها في كو.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to rise for our national anthem to be sung by Sandra Leonard Petty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the
The middleweight boxing champion of the world, marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler.
Well, I can tell you who won the popularity contest here. Should point out that Marvin Hagler, before this fight, was in the locker room of Sugar Ray Leonard, went over, said good luck to him. And he is #1 in the hearts of the fans here in Massachusetts, to be sure.
Introducing first, in the blue and white trunks from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He weighed in at 150½ pounds. A record of 20 wins, including 11 KOs, 4 losses and a draw, Kevin Howard. Kevin Howard.
Howard will be making $100,000 for this fight. By far the most money he has ever made.
He weighed in at 149 pounds with a record of 32 wins, 23 by KO, 1 loss. From Palmer Park, Maryland, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Familiar bow that has been a part of the repertoire since the Olympic Games of '76.
Be required to take an 8-count, man scoring a knockdown, go to the corner that I send you to, don't come back out till I wave you in the center of the ring. You get in close and you're tied up and I say break, I want you both to stop punching and both of you step back. This is 10 rounds, you come out boxing in each round. Any questions? Fine. Good luck.
Knockdown rule is waived, round 1 of the comeback. Must say a little bit lonely here at the broadcast table.
Howard immediately goes on the offensive. The plan is to keep Leonard backing up so that he can't punch effectively.
And Leonard going side to side early on. This has been a dance so far. Sharp right hand.
And it was thrown with mean intentions.
Ray Leonard seemingly at least bigger in the biceps, bigger in the shoulders than he was, and maybe even a little bit bigger in the thighs.
I think Ray would be too anxious to carry a fighter. As soon as he sees an opening, I think he'll go for it.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that is right. We've had a couple of chances to talk in the last couple of days, and that is what he implied. Halfway through the first round.
Nice body shot by Howard.
Howard has been and can be effective to the body. Around so far, look and see for Sugar Ray Leonard.
I think Ray Leonard is just using this first round, obviously, to measure his opponent, to get the geometry between them, to see how quick Howard is, whether he leaves himself open when he lunges in, as he just did.
And Howard just did. And Ray Leonard has thrown about 5 punches in this round, and they've all scored heavily.
Back right. Right. Let him out.
Combination, the right hand getting in pretty well at the bell. Howard looks back in disdain.
Howard certainly didn't seem awed by Ray Leonard. So he's probably been fighting since he's 4 years old.
Fighting family. And now the nerves, I think, on both sides, in both corners, have subsided a bit. We talked about the nerves of Sugar Ray Leonard. Certainly they were there for Kevin Howard in the first round as well. Very calm in the corner of Sugar Ray Leonard, likewise in the corner of Kevin the Spoiler Howard.
Howard is being what I would call deliberately aggressive, picking his spots to lunge inward.
This is a case so much of both men being particularly cautious. It is, as Larry alluded to, pretty much a case of picking spots here. That was a good right hand by Kevin Howard. Crowd reacting perhaps a little bit more than it should have. Leonard got the better of that exchange. Sugar Ray Leonard right at the moment looking, it seems, for counterpunching opportunities. Long right hand. Into the kidneys.
You'll notice that when Ray Leonard punches, Howard is prepared to punch back immediately. That's a sign of a fighter who's been active. Whereas Ray, when Howard is punching at him, is being a little bit more tentative. He's backing off. He's waiting for a clearer shot. Perhaps that's ring rust, and perhaps he'll get rid of it quickly.
That was about a 5-punch combination. 3 of them landed. Howard does not appear hurt. Round 2. Actually, Larry, not a bad round for Howard.
I gave Howard that round. Angelo Dundee, perhaps the best-known trainer
nice and smart
in the world.
Smart. Pump. Don't fight with the guy. Keep him, turn it, make him miss, then nail him. Okay.
Let's take a look at Howard as he lunges in. And there, he surprised Leonard with an uppercut right hand to the chin. Test Leonard a little bit.
I absolutely agree with you. He does not seem odd about Leonard. It might have been a case of nerves in the first round. He seemed very calm. He's not taking needless chances. In Sugar Ray Leonard's corner, Angelo Dundee again advising him to look for the counter-punching possibilities, which he was doing in the second round. He had one, about a 5-punch flurry, and it wasn't particularly sharp.
There you see again, as soon as Ray Leonard flicks out a punch, Howard retaliates. He doesn't always land, but he retaliates.
By Leonard there. Downstairs first and then up with the left of the chin. Neither man has been hurt. Downstairs now. Movement. Again, a combination.
is of confidence, and now the dance. So it is obvious that Leonard doesn't feel that Howard can hurt him, but can he retaliate? Trying to coax Howard into making a careless mistake, and Howard's not having any of it.
It's a sign that Ray is feeling a little bit better about being into this fight, but so far he hasn't done much about it.
Right uppercut. Sugar Ray Leonard, however, does seem to be getting much more into the rhythm of the sport, if not the fight. Remember, he has not been in a ring on a competitive level for 2 years. And they stare at each other. Howard says, "You haven't got me hurt." And Howard mimicking Ray Leonard with arms up on the way back to the corner.
This is what's called a body language end to the round. They both stare at each other. Marvin Hagler. I wonder if he thinks that Ray Leonard's ready for him yet.
Steady, steady. Feign him, move him, slide on him, everything. Show him.
This is the 4th round. We talked about the fact that Sugar Ray Leonard obviously thinks that Kevin Howard can't hurt him. I'm not sure, but that isn't a two-way street. At least in the mind of Kevin Howard. Kevin Howard's corner, you might have heard, telling him to stay down, stay out of harm's way. And there was a good combination by Leonard, and that definitely did hurt Kevin Howard. Ray Leonard now trying to stay a little bit more on top of his man. That was a good left hand by Howard. And Howard a combination.
Doubled up on the left hook. Philadelphia is a left hook town.
Halfway through the 4th round. And a little bit more caution now from Sugar Ray Leonard. He started to get on top of Kevin Howard. Now he again goes to fighting at a distance and trying to cut the ring on him.
Howard is being a bit of a puzzlement to Ray. He's not coming straight at him as perhaps it was advertised. He's been reckless in a lot of fights. Good right hand that Leonard slipped over his left there. The best fight of the punch. The best punch of the fight, too.
Either way it was. I have the feeling, to tell you the truth, that Sugar Ray Leonard right now feels he's got Kevin Howard in his pocket. There's a swelling under the left eye now of Kevin Howard. And I really believe that Sugar Ray Leonard right now thinks he can take him at any time, and a right hand from Kevin Howard puts Sugar Ray Leonard right on the seat of his pants. I think you have to say I was right. I think Ray did think that.
Ray started to become more aggressive, tried to land something big and got a little bit reckless and left himself open, and Howard hit him square on the jaw.
And now it is for Howard, who gets another left hand in. And another left hand, and Ray is hurt. This crowd is really alive, and a big round for Kevin Howard.
Well, maybe they picked too tough an opponent.
You shouldn't be there. I don't want you there when he comes at you. I want you sliding. And don't trade.
You see Leonard is coming right straight at him and catches a right square on the jaw. And there it is from our satellite camera, 23,000 miles above the centrum here in Worcester. A straight right hand. He couldn't have been more shocked. Sort of gave a little wave of his glove as if to tip his hat to him. Well, Ray Leonard knows what it's like to be back in a fight now.
And Howard starts out aggressively.
I believe that was the first time in his career that Leonard was down.
And in fact, that was the first time Ray Leonard has been down. A good clean shot from Kevin Howard. He did look to Juanita Leonard, say, I'm okay. But so far it is still Howard here pressing the action.
Earlier, you remember I said that one of the risks that Ray Leonard was taking was that he simply wouldn't be the same fighter that he was 2.5 years ago. Right now, he isn't.
I can't help but wonder, though, if it's not just a case of being perhaps a little bit too cocky. I started to say just before the knockdown, I really think in Ray's mind that he thought he had him, and he just got careless.
Yeah, I think he had thought that he had finally measured him, finally figured out all of his movements, and that he could seize the offensive. Only he got seized by the offensive.
Good counterpunch by Kevin Howard.
Once again, you see, as soon as Ray Leonard lets something go, if Howard's within punching room, he fires right back. The sign of a real professional fighter.
Howard is actually pressing this fight right at the moment. And it's almost as though Sugar Ray Leonard is asking himself what he needs to do against what he knows is an inferior opponent. Howard hammering the right hand. He was a little bit short with most of it. But not with the left hand. And again, Howard got the better of the exchange.
All right, watch your holding.
Leonard, a left hand to the body, a right hand to the head. Leonard trying to go downstairs and then bring it up. He's missing to the head, scoring to the body. Effective body punches and a good right hand that time. And Howard slips out of the grasp of Leonard and scores with a right hand.
Bring him up.
Leonard is now into a rhythm here. Howard is keeping his gloves high, and Leonard is going very effectively to the body. That was a good round for Leonard, coming off of the first knockdown of his career. Marvin Hagler is probably more excited inside than any man in this building or this country. A fight like this, to this point, certainly has to give Leonard...
Hoping that this fight was a lot more one-sided than it has been.
One of the things we have to watch for now, Barry, is the possibility of fatigue. If this is a tough fight for another couple of rounds, Ray Leonard hasn't been in a tough fight like this in an awful long time, and it could tell.
Still a little puffiness underneath and alongside the left eye of Kevin Howard. Sugar Ray Leonard at the moment not visibly marked at all. There's a point to make here, however, about fighters, and it's a rather sad note, actually, about fighters coming back from retina surgery. Maurice Hope had surgery, went back in the ring, and retired after one fight.
Hilmer Kinty had a detached retina in 1981. 1 year later, he came back and retired after the first fight. Jorge Ayumada, a detached retina, successful surgery. His manager urged him to retire. He had one more fight, was hit once, and did not fight again. Johnny Pearsall, who was a very good light heavyweight prospect, waited 1 year, had a comeback, saw double, and stopped his career. Harold Weston was beating Tommy Hearns when he saw a light splash. That was after a retina operation, and he retired. Those are the people that preceded Sugar Ray Leonard into the ring after retinal surgery.
So far, we really honestly can't say that we've noted him overprotecting the eye. He hasn't really been hit many times there at all.
Sugar Ray Leonard working on Howard now with the jab, and I think you're right, Larry. Sugar Ray is in something of a rhythm right now, although he took a left hand. And Sugar Ray Leonard is bothering Kevin Howard right now. Not damaging punches, but pesky.
What this kind of tactic can do is to frustrate Howard, and perhaps he would open himself up for a bigger punch.
Leonard trying to come over with the right hand was short.
Started out to be an event, but it's a fight now.
Come back with left hooks. Got it now? You're better off working on your hook. Speed, work on your hook. Forget the right hand. Unless you bury it to the body, come back with a hook. Come on, deep breath. Come on, Ray. The guy's not a nice.
There is a look.
There you see the thumbless glove.
Okay. Deep breath.
A lot of people are saying that it could be really restricting on your hand over a period of 10 or 15 rounds. 7th round, remember, this is a 10-rounder. And Kevin Howard comes out quickly.
Kevin Howard can still win this fight, obviously, but already he has scored something of a triumph. Russell Peltz, his promoter from Philadelphia and Atlantic City, said if he went 6 rounds, it would up his price. He would suddenly become a viable opponent for other named welterweights. He's making the most of his opportunity.
Actually, there's a little bit of redness on the cheek of Sugar Ray Leonard. Doesn't appear to be swollen very much, and I doubt very much that it would cause him any problem at all. Angelo Dundee trying to tell Sugar Ray Leonard to go to the body and then come back with the hook. And so far here in this round, Leonard has been unable to do so. Leonard's timing is a little bit off, to be sure. Leonard an uppercut.
Angelo Dundee yelling for him to go to the body. Suddenly he's flat-footed this round, Leonard, after being on his toes through much of the last round. Bring him up, bring him up. Once again, he appears ready to try to land something very heavy.
And he took a right hand. I think his foot slipped from under him more than he was hurt. And there was a little swelling on the right cheek of Sugar Ray Leonard. Both men seem to have slowed a step here. Three-punch combination, 2 to the body and the left hand to the chin. was a good right hand by Leonard. Once more, Kevin Howard quick with a counterpunch.
Interestingly enough, that was perhaps Leonard's best right hand of the fight, and Howard didn't even blink.
All of the camp followers of Sugar Ray Leonard have been saying that he appears to be a lot stronger now than he was before the retirement. So far, that has not been borne out. There was another good right hand. That's slowed Kevin Howard for a moment. Howard still right in his face. Exchange of left hands.
Once again, Leonard appears to think that he has Howard measured.
Okay. And they are jaw to jaw once more. Gamesmanship.
Let's see if we can catch a view of a good combination that Leonard landed in that round. There you see him spinning away from a right hand. There's a right hand flush on the jaw. And Howard...
Go to work. Get up, right?
Get up, right.
When he misses, make him pay.
Well, Angelo Dundee still talking counter punches. He said when he misses, make him pay. Leonard came out with a quick left hand to start the 8th round. Conditioning is going to be a factor in this fight. This is not yet a gimme for Sugar Ray Leonard.
Keep him turning. Keep him turning. Dig now. Dig in there. Dig. Dig. Come on.
It isn't a gimme, but if he does go on to win, it will tell Ray Leonard exactly where he is and what he has to do in the future to get back to being the Ray Leonard we remember.
It's been a very, very good test. Howard continues on the attack in Leonard's face. Leonard stepped away with a left hand, got out of there. 2 minutes to go. Leonard, a good body shot that time, and that did hurt Kevin Howard. But Howard's still right in his face. A little bit of blood showing now on the cheek of Sugar Ray Leonard. Again, it's below the eye, on the cheek.
And remember, it was the left eye of Ray Leonard that had the detached retina. The right eye also was treated, but that's not where the real problem is, or was. Ray still has confidence in his quickness, as you can see from how low he holds his hands, trying to bait Howard into making a mistake.
That combination was caught in the gloves of Kevin Howard. A right hand by Howard actually backed Leonard up against the ropes. A left hand by Leonard to get off the ropes. Again, Howard right on top of him, and a combination by Howard. Leonard standing flat-footed about a foot from the ropes. Winding down near the end of the 8th round. Another good body shot. You can see Kevin Howard wince.
I don't think I've ever seen or can remember Leonard with such a devastating body attack.
There's a great combination by Leonard. All of those punches scoring, and still Kevin Howard stays in there at the bell.
Okay. And that was a result of that body attack. He finally brought down his guard. There's Leonard going to work with a fierce combination, those quick hands that have marked Ray Leonard since the '76 Olympics. McCrory.
He has already guaranteed himself that, I think. Good night for Kevin Howard. He comes to the attack now. Still a reddening on the cheek, underneath the right eye of Sugar Ray Leonard. It, again, is causing him no problem.
We're all here to see Ray Leonard, but I have to say I just love what Kevin Howard is doing here tonight. A lot of people get opportunities in life, and few of them take advantage of them, and he's given everything he's got.
Well, we touched on it earlier that he's a guy who never really particularly liked his time in the gym. He put his time in this time, and it really is bearing fruit. And Howard is still right there in Sugar Ray Leonard's face.
Looks like a miniature Joe Frazier in his facial aspects and what he's trying to do.
I think it's obvious, if nothing else, Kevin Howard has earned the respect of Sugar Ray Leonard. Every time it looked like Leonard was confident he was going to take his man away. One time he wound up on the seat of his pants, and the other time Leonard just, or rather, Howard didn't take a step back.
Imagine Ray Leonard is wondering what is holding Howard up.
Howard has never been knocked out. He has been down a couple of times.
Regardless of the outcome, when Kevin Howard goes home to West Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, and South Philadelphia, he'll be a hero.
And there was a left hand, and Kevin Howard is about done here. Leonard knows it, and he is on top of Howard, trying to hold on to Leonard just to stay up.
Watch it go. Watch it go. There's 1 minute to go in the round.
There was a left hand and a sharp right. Howard held on just enough to stay up. Howard's in a whole lot of trouble here. Leonard stays on his man. Steps away from him when he gets on the ropes, and Howard's looking for a place to fall.
That's it.
And the fight is over, and Sugar Ray Leonard has won it. Kevin Howard wanted to go the distance. 2:27.
Before I go into the ring, I want to say I think the referee stopped the fight prematurely. Kevin Howard is an experienced fighter. He was maintaining his upright position. He was surely hurt, but as a professional fighter, he deserved to get his chance to last out that round.
And the crowd agrees with Larry Merchant, so do I. Randy Gordon sitting at the table with us, the editor of Ring Magazine, also concurs, and we have about a unanimous decision on that anyway. There were 33 seconds remaining, and Kevin Howard was showing an ability to at least hang in there. He is a seasoned professional. Fought his heart out. So did this man, Sugar Ray Leonard.
بعد تنافس كبير على الرينج، الحكم أعلن فوز ليونار بالكو، قرار ما تقبلوهش برشا الفريق متاع هوارد اللي اعتبروا إنه الحكم أسرع بإنهاء المباراة باش يضمن انتصار ليونار اللي كان حد الجولة التاسعة هو المنتصر بالنقاط. وبعد الماتش هذايا لقى روحه ليونار في كل اللقاءات الصحفية اللي عملها يدافع على أحقيته بالفوز.
They stopped because I was ahead on the card, and they knew the only way to get it was to take that ninth round. My corner told me to take the 2 rounds that was left, and I was taking it. And he knew the only way he was going to get it was by what they did. Knock me down and didn't think I was hurt. He wasn't hurting me. I hurted him.
ونتيجة للضغط الكبير اللي تعرض له بعد المباراة، عاود شوغر راي أطلق قنبلة جديدة في عالم الملاكمة شبيهة باللي أطلقها قبل بعامين، وللمرة الثالثة في مسيرته يعلن شوغر راي ليونار اعتزاله رياضة الملاكمة.
And Leonard, in fact, I thought I saw Leonard wince in pain for a minute. It might even hurt his knee. You can see right there. Finally, Sugar Ray Leonard pushed him away, and that at least allowed Kevin Howard a moment. Now let's take a look at the end. Once more.
في فيديو الأسبوع باش نخليكم تكتشفوا إنه مش فقط البنية هي السلاح الأقوى في البوكس، لكن السرعة في تسديد اللكمات سلاح قوي برشا، وهذوما هما أسرع بوكسرات في تاريخ رياضة الملاكمة.
Taco needs to hold on now. He's at a great disadvantage. Apart, Jorge Solis. Down goes Solis. Do whatever he wants, even against another rule. It's been the first season again. Right hand, push down Solis. Bowen trying to measure him up, and comes in with power shots again. Left hand hits Solis. Right hand combination. Fields taking a look.
استنونا الحلقة الجاية في كاو. زعما ليونار يتراجع مجددا عن قرار الاعتزال ويرجع للمنافسة. تبعوا معنا الحكاية الحلقة الجاية وديما على قناة تونسنا.